Johan Sus. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. I'm Salim. Cold Dark MMA. Aval Muzesh. Coder Grammar. Coder Grammar. I think you need to put your username in a grammar checker, Coder Grammar. Ibad. Rakula. Ali. Pipkin David, what's up, man? Mon1, Ema, Barnes, Sam, William Jones. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everyone in the land of YouTube and LinkedIn? And, oh yeah, we're now streaming on LinkedIn, which is pretty cool. How you doing? I'm doing well. How's your project going, your LMS? How's all the Swift going? What's up, everybody? And from Facebook as well, too. Hi from Poland, yeah. Tell us where you're from, everyone. Drop it in the comments where you're watching from today. This microphone's in my way. Hi from Poland. Hey. Hi, I just want to know how I can fetch dynamic keys of JSON using Codable. Well, you should ask Johan Abdallah. He knows how to do that, actually, in Swift. What's up, Daniel Code? What's up? Yazinup 77 Programmer 77. What's up? Hi from Germany. Watching from Barcelona. Hey, yeah. Today we're going to talk about the fastest way to learn how to code. Boise, Idaho. The land of opportunity. Hi from Russia. Здравствуйте from the United States. It was too much work for one. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but you did a lot on it already. Hi from Ghana. We love you. Hey, thanks. Yeah, today we're going to talk about the fastest way to learn programming. Let's talk about some of the different ways people code. So I've been teaching. First off, I've been learning for a long time, but secondly, I've been teaching for a very long time at DevSlopes. Over 500,000, it's probably more like 700 at this point, but like over 500,000 human beings have seen my face and have watched videos from me. That's a lot of people. And I've learned some things along the way. And what a lot of people do many different things. Hi from Egypt. Hey. A lot of people like to watch lots and lots and lots of videos. And they keep watching videos and courses. And this is what they say. I can't learn from this instructor. I can't learn from that instructor. And they think that the way that the instructor teaches is the most important thing. Now, it can be very nice to have somebody who teaches well. However, the person who teaches is not the most important thing. When you go to a university, some of you have experience with this. Most teachers suck. Like, the lectures are awful. And that's not where the actual learning happens. That's the painful part. So, yeah, sure, I can make fun videos. Some people like to watch me because I can be entertaining and teach at the same time. But that's not the most effective thing about learning to code. That's not the fastest way to learn how to code. Some people, okay, so some people watch endless amounts of videos. Some people take endless amounts of tutorials. Maybe it's not videos, but maybe it's just lots of written tutorials where you go through a bunch of steps and you build things, okay? Code-alongs. Same thing as videos in my opinion, but a lot of people do lots of code-alongs. And this is what happens. I did this. It was a great tutorial, but I can't remember the information. It doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. Should I take notes, Mark? Do I need to take notes? And I'll have some students do that who came from like university, and they'd be like, oh, I learned this new such and such. Have you done the such and such method for taking notes? Apparently there's methods for taking notes. Hey, what's up? Ella Blue Print Fix FX. Hey from Palestine. Yeah, apparently there are labeled, branded methods of taking notes. Have you tried the such and such system for notes taking? So some people come to me and say, hey, Mark, what's the best way to take notes, to retain knowledge? I've got a notebook, and this is what I did in college. What's the best way to do this? And the notes aren't going to help you. The notes aren't going to help you. You may think they're going to help you, but they're not going to help you. The notes aren't going to help you. Okay. what is the fastest way to learn how to code? What's the best way to retain knowledge? Think about it like this. If I use this analogy a lot. If I am making a YouTube video on how to build a treehouse, okay? Let's say I make a video and I build it on the video. You just watch me build a treehouse, okay? Now, you want to go build a treehouse. You got to go buy the tools. Maybe you get to that point where you buy all the tools, and they're all sitting on your lawn, and you're like, okay, good night, Sohel. You're like, okay, I'm ready, and then you sit in front of all these tools, and you're like, what do I do? And then you realize as you're watching the tutorial that the guy who's building the treehouse he doesn't have the exact same tools, and he's not doing the exact same way that you're doing it. And all of a sudden, you don't know what to do. You watched a professional do it, but you can't do it. Okay? It's too grand of a task. And not to mention, this was the person who did the tutorial. You're basically just building what they did. So let's say that you maybe even build the treehouse that the guy in the tutorial does, the one that I'm teaching, and then all of a sudden a client says, hey, can you build me my treehouse? But in my treehouse, I want a slide and I want a pool up here. You know, this is a fancy treehouse. Are you gonna be able to do that? No, you're gonna be like, what the heck? There was not a tutorial for that. There wasn't a tutorial for that. I don't know how to do it. All right, so it's problematic. And some of you are asking questions. I'm gonna get back to that in just a second. I'm loving week 1 from the module. My brain is on fire. Love it. Awesome. Who are you? What's your name? I don't recognize your handle. So what is the fastest way to learn how to code? How to retain it? It's really simple, but it's not so simple too. This is what it is. It is project-based learning. It's not building a project in a tutorial. No. It's when somebody gives you a project, does not provide the source code at all, does not provide the source code, and you have to build that project, okay? That is the fastest way to learn how to code. There is no faster way to learn how to code, and you will retain the knowledge. It will stick with you forever. So here's a perfect example. Let's say you're watching a tutorial on coding, let's say JavaScript, all right? You've been doing some JavaScript lessons, and you learn about strings and variables, and you learn about functions, and you learn how to add and multiply and subtract and divide, okay? So you do all of this inside of a console application. That's what most tutorials teach. That's what we teach too. Now, if I just left you there, you're not going to remember any of this stuff. It's not going to stick. And then if someone asks you to build something, you're not going to know what to do. So after you learn something, what you need is a project that helps you demonstrate the skills that you just learned, but also where it keeps you completely in the dark in terms of how to actually do it. So in that case there, where you just learned all those things, an appropriate project would be, okay, you are going to build a full-on JavaScript calculator. It's going to have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and it has a bunch of steps listed out. All right? It's a custom project that is not searchable on the internet so easily. That's probably a bad example because someone probably has built that in JavaScript. But you want to build a project where you can't just go and copy and paste code from the internet and you want to build it. That is the fastest way to learn how to code. So that's why people who, of all of our students, the people who have passion projects when they come into the academy or when they come into any of our courses, people who want to build something already in their mind, they learn 2 to 3 times as fast as people who are just there learning to code. I promise you, they are the fastest and most successful students, the ones who have app ideas before they come in. Because as they learn the tools that I'm teaching them, they can immediately apply them. Okay, they can immediately apply them. So the fastest way to learn how to code is by having projects. You need to find projects where the source code is not provided. And I'm not talking about algorithms and coding challenges. I'm talking about real projects where you build something meaningful. That is the fastest way to learn how to code. And I'll come back to this in a minute. I wanted to address something I saw earlier here. Okay, Cole Dark. Do you really need data structures and algorithms to start your JavaScript journey, especially as a beginner and self-taught? Let's talk about this. First off, what is a data structure? It's a construct that holds data. So a variable is a data structure. Do you need data structures? Oh yeah, you need data structures. It holds data. What else is a data structure? So a lot of people like say that word like as a phrase or a buzzword, or when you say data structures and algorithms, you're thinking very hard stuff that I can't figure out. No, a data structure is an array. It holds data. A dictionary or a JavaScript object is a data structure. Are you with me so far here? So is it important to understand which data structures to use for which part of the job? It absolutely is. Okay, do you have to be an expert? No. Now, let's talk about algorithms. I mean, do you have to be an expert to get a paid work? No. Let's talk about algorithms. What is an algorithm? Did you know? Actually, who here knows what an algorithm is? Don't look it up. Post it in the chat. What do you think an algorithm is? Post it in the chat. I want to know. What is an algorithm? In programming, what is an algorithm? Put it in the chat. Tell me what you think. I want to talk about this. I want to see what you guys and gals think about algorithms. What is it? Post it in the chat. Hey, everyone who's just joining. Hey. Alicia Andino, this is one of my Insta accounts. Still shy in the group. Haven't posted a question, but I will. Okay. Don't worry, we've got lots of shy people. Yeah, what's an algorithm? Someone says, Vikram says it's a set of instructions, okay? Zibed ala zaman, this is a way to build something. Step-by-step instructions, okay? Yep, that's right. Complex logic to solve something. That's what Arvind says. Step-by-step instructions to solve one specific problem. Yep. An equation, it could be. So, yeah, you guys are mostly right. Hey, from Ethiopia. Now, someone said complex logic. It doesn't have to be complex. Algorithms are statements. Yeah, algorithms. That's the most correct answer right there from Ellie Blue Print FX. An algorithm is a statement in code, one or more statements. But basically, if I was going to simplify this, an algorithm is code that solves a problem. It's code that solves a problem. Is that what you do as a programmer? You write code that solves problems? That solves things? That does things? Yeah. Do you need to know data structures and algorithms? Yes. Now, can algorithms become very complex to solve complex problems? Yes, they can. Incredibly complex. Far beyond my knowledge. Anything I'd ever be able to do or would want to do. There's engineers at Google, for instance, who are creating programming languages and writing crazy efficient algorithms to process, billions of records of data and stuff. That's intense stuff. You need to know your algorithms and data structures to the most advanced levels. And it takes practice, though, right? It takes practice. Yeah, it's a process or steps to solve a problem. That's what an algorithm is. So, do you need to know algorithms and data structures? Yes, you do. But you can start off small. By the way, we are, speaking of JavaScript, we are actually launching pretty soon here a 30-day code challenge. It's all JavaScript, and basically how it works is you come in, you only get 30 days to do it. You have to do it with us every single day. You get to join an exclusive chat room, and every day we're going to post incredibly challenging programming problems from beginner to advanced over the 30 days, and you're going to post your results, and we're going to coach you and mentor you. 30-day coding challenge. We're going to be launching this pretty soon, and the idea is to get people. It's not for people who want to take it casually. It's for people who are like, say, okay, I've been lazy, I've been messing around, I've not been building things, I just want to take it seriously for 30 days. 30-day coding challenge is coming out soon at DevSlopes. If you want to get notified when that comes out, go to the DevSlopes website and scroll down, and a pop-up box will appear, and you can put your email in there, and we'll email you when the coding challenge is coming out. And over the next 5 days, it's going to be coming out, and 30 days of code in JavaScript and algorithms and data structures with coaching. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Which goes to back to the subject of which this whole stream is for today. The fastest way to learn to code, the fastest, is to be giving a problem or a project where you do not have the source code for it and you can't just look it up, and then to build it on your own. That is the fastest way to learn. In fact, I sometimes tell my academy students, like, I could literally take out the videos from the academy and the reading from the DevSlopes Academy and just create projects and algorithms, and then I say, go figure it out and we'll coach you. They would still be just as effective, in my opinion. We have all the videos and stuff, but like literally, you could still be just effective because you're researching and searching how to solve the problem. Yeah, following along in the video is good because you can see how someone actually writes the code, but yeah, projects and coaching, if you had those two things, you can go a long, long way, and you learn so fast. First to ask about algorithm is ask yourself, what do you want to use them? Okay. Master CSS and Bootstrap or go directly to JavaScript. Do HTML, CSS, and then master JavaScript, and then master React if you want to become a front-end developer. Sorry if off topic, but can you explain software engineer versus web developer versus software developer? There's no difference. Some people like to give it differences, but I've been doing this since 2007, and it's all the same. It's all the same, however you want to call it. Coder, programmer, programming, software engineer, software developer. It's all the same. What about a full stack developer? What about it? What about it? Hey, what's up, everybody who's coming in? Eye of the Lens, Malak, Johnny, Joku, Simpton. Yo, yo, yo. Tarasenko Anton. Petroviden. Woo! Yeah. Feel free to keep asking questions here, you know, because we're going a little slow today. Going a little bit slow today. Hey, but the good news is, you know what the good news is? We'll have a small commercial break. Check this out. This commercial is brought to you by me, Mark Wahlbeck. We're doing a special promotion with DevSlopes where you can get my very own book, my very first book called The Last Hacker on Kickstarter.com. Just search for The Last Hacker on Kickstarter, and you can back my book project. Check it out. It's got $21,000 backed so far, over 300% funded, going hot, going strong. And for those of you who want to learn how to code, we've got a special thing in here, a special partnership I'm doing with DevSlopes, my company, where you can get 4 coding courses, $1,200 worth of coding courses for, I think it's $47. Yeah, and if you don't want these 4 courses, you can swap them out with any of the courses listed on our website here, these 4 courses here, and you get my book for free. So you get my book for free, and you get 4 courses for $47. This is ending soon, obviously. It's a Kickstarter campaign, but you get my free book with it, my fiction book. It's about a hacker at the end of the world, and it's pretty cool. And just go to Kickstarter and search for The Last Hacker. The Last Hacker. And now back to you, Mark. Hey, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see if anyone's asked any questions. What would you need to? What would you need to learn to be a full stack developer? I'll just give you a stack right out of the gate: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Node.js. Full stack developer. Boom. MongoDB. It's called the MERN stack. MERN. MERN. Hey, Mark. Hey, what's up, man? iOS developer price? I'm not sure what you mean there. Sorry, random question. Can you do AI with Swift? You could if you wanted. It's just a programming language, and Apple does have machine learning models for Swift, which is kind of cool. Core ML, I think it's called. The second chapter is out for backers. Go back, don't delay. I got the ultimate pack. Hey, thanks, Johnny. Blankenstein, just a comment. JavaScript is hard, but geez, it's fun. Yeah, now, Brandon, JavaScript is hard compared to HTML and CSS. once you get it down and you go to other programming languages, you'll be like, oh, other programming languages are hard and JavaScript's easy. It's like this progression. You're climbing a mountain. So anyway, um, I got some questions here on the tube. In your opinion, what's the most optimal path to dive into programming? Step one is to take a free course. Make sure you actually like it. Go onto YouTube. I've got free coding stuff on YouTube on DevSlopes channel. Yeah, so that's step one. Step two is if you're serious about it and have a budget, and you want to go fast, I would recommend joining DevSlopes Academy. That's our program where we coach you to success. Or you could go to a boot camp. Though DevSlopes Academy, I think, is far more effective. That's if you're serious, you want to move fast. If you aren't sure yet or don't want to spend any money, then you could take a bunch of courses. But you tend to get trapped in this loop called tutorial hell. So I would recommend finding a mentor, a group of developers to work with you. Those are some options for getting started. If you'd like to learn more about DevSlopes Academy, you can go to devslopes.com/apply. And we have free phone calls to help you set a career path, talk about the academy. You are full of energy. Give us advice. That's what I've been doing the last 45 minutes or 30 minutes. Do I need to be math genius to learn to code properly? No, you don't. Most programming problems can be solved with basic junior high math. I said most, so don't get on my case and argue with me, anybody. Hey, my Mac M1 Android Studio not working. What should I do? Didn't Android Studio release something for the M1 Android Studio M1 chip? Didn't they release something? Maybe they haven't yet. If it's not working properly, you're probably just gonna have to wait till Android updates it for M1. They will. Android is a huge supporter of Mac, so people say that Ionic performance better than React.js. Ionic's junk. Ionic is junk. It's a nightmare to work with Ionic. Do you think that in a few years, simple programming jobs will end up being automated? If that's the case, what jobs would they be? I don't worry about stuff like that. Programmers continue to enhance their skills and learn and grow. Like I honestly wouldn't worry about any of that. Man, the art that goes with your book is fire. I love it. Awesome. Yeah, I had an amazing artist, Alex Vade, on the last Hacker book, and he just did a fantastic job. I specifically chose him for the book. Yeah. Is your book on Kindle? So my book is on Kickstarter right now. It's in a pre-funding process. It will go to Kindle, but right now, The Last Hacker on Kickstarter, it's the only place you can get a signed edition. Signed softcover, like paper edition, as well as a signed hardcover. And I'm actually building an app so you can listen to the audiobook before it even gets to Audible, because it won't even be out on Kindle or Audible till like way later in the year. So it's the only place to get signed and numbered copies directly from me. Yep. Again, the font you pick. Just kidding. Which font? I'm not. Oh, like on the book or what? I learned full stack and I'm pretty good at it. But my company, am I working only one front end Angular? I'm really looking forward to explore back end. Should I switch to some other comp? I mean, you can always add to your back end. Learn Node or learn Python Django or Python Flask. iOS developer with DevSlopes. So yeah, DevSlopes Academy is about the cost of a semester at local community college. Super affordable. We have multiple pricing options, payment plans, and incentives. Devslopes.com/apply. We cover all of that. We have financing available. Yes. Oh, Darkslayer01, Anthony Jupiter. How long will it take, Mark, to create a Clash of Clans clone? You know what? I've been asked that so many times over the years. Clash of Clans is a more reasonable game to build. Like, they built it, if I remember right, with 4 developers. It's built in C++. The first version was 4 developers, and they built it like in 6 months. I read that in their blog one time, so. Hello from Palestine. I'm studying computer engineering. What is better to obtain a high grade in GPA in university or the experience? Because, in fact, we have universities in Palestine. I honestly can't answer that question. I don't know. I'm not completely sure what you're asking. I'm disappointed. I spent a full year learning HTML and CSS. The reason I wanted to know everything. Please for news, don't do that. Yeah, Main Street. That's a problem with a lot of people is they keep learning over courses, tutorials. They want to be perfect. Every single time I have a new student, here, check this out. At DevSlopes Academy, whenever I have a new student come in, the first week, they're like, Mark, I'm so frustrated. You didn't teach this or you didn't teach that. And I want to be perfect, but you're not teaching every little thing that I need to know to finish this. And they think that when they come into learning, that it's like IKEA, where you get 10 things to do and then you're done. That is not how programming works. And every single week, people come in and they get so frustrated. And I'm like, that's not how it works. You're going to be frustrated in the beginning, but you have to move on. You have to accept that you don't know things. It's not my fault. It's not your fault either. This is the process. You have to accept you don't know things, and you have to move on. You cannot be a pro without experience. Let me say this again. You cannot be a pro without experience. I don't care how much you learn. You cannot be a pro without experience. Did I say knowledge? I did not say knowledge. I said experience. You cannot be a pro without experience. So you have to move on. You have to move forward, even though your skills are not up to par yet. You have to move forward, or you will never move anywhere. You cannot be a pro without experience. Okay? Just remember that. Every week, new students into the academy, same thing. They send me a message having panic attacks every single week. You can't be a pro without experience. Just accept the fact that you're not good. Accept it and move on. That's the only thing you can do. Beginners need to learn that programming cannot be memorized. That's right. You cannot memorize it. It's not like IKEA. And it's not like HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS can be memorized. Programming cannot. You can just get better with the tools. HTML and CSS, people like it because you just follow steps. It's a series of rules. It does what you tell it to do. Yeah. Move, 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 move. Yep. You just got to keep moving forward. Just keep swimming. Tanme Arherkar. Hi. Hey there. Woo. Any questions about anything? Anything at all? Then what were some of their reactions? So Bic Bic says, what were some of the reactions? Did they quit after your answer? The answer to that is, at the DevSlopes Academy, I want people to succeed. So I treat them like I treat my employees. Okay? Once they're in the academy, they get the fist. Okay? Of course, I approach people from where they are, and I don't belittle people. But I call people out on their nonsense. And my team will do that too. Because a lot of people come in with nonsense in their head. The way they think learning to code is going to be is not the way that it actually is. So people don't quit. I set them straight, and then I encourage them. I help them out. I get attacked frequently by my students in the beginning because they're getting into something so new, so overwhelming, and they get so mad that they can't figure it out. So they put it onto me as if it's my fault. Like saying, Mark, you didn't do this right. It's not my, you're supposed to teach me this. I had to watch 3 tutorials to finally figure this out. And I said, okay, you watched 3 tutorials and you watched my video, right? Yeah, but it should have been your videos. I shouldn't have had to watch 3 tutorials. Well, why not? You're learning to solve problems. You're experimenting. You're exploring. I'm creating the environment. I'm creating the structure. I'm propelling you to success. Learning to code is not a series of steps. You're solving problems. You're learning. You're growing. You're exactly where you need to be. This frustration you're feeling is completely natural. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the way that it is. But guess what? I'm here to coach you. So when you run into problems, you just reach out and we'll work through it together. And then what you'll see is students who get to week 4 and 5, they're like, oh my gosh, Mark, I'm so glad that we had that discussion, because I am just flying. I'm learning. This is amazing. I am just crushing it now. This is the most amazing thing ever. And I'm like, great. And then I'm like, just wait till you get to weeks 9 and 10 when we start doing networking and HTTP requests. And then they hit the wall again and they're like, I want to cry. That's learning to code. But by the way, that's also why having a coach is so important. Because right now, a lot of you probably can relate having those frustrations, that feelings. The question is, was somebody there to help you with that when you ran into that? Was somebody able to push you through that when you felt like quitting, or when you didn't know if you knew enough, or when you got stuck? So anyway, where are you from? Someone's asking me. I am living here in Austin, Texas, though I grew up in California, Palm Springs area, and we recently relocated from California here to Austin, Texas. I was on the Central Coast, San Luis Obispo. Do you ever do Swift? Yeah, I wrote some Swift 2 days ago for my live stream. We have live streams now on every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, called Casual Coding. You can watch it on YouTube. And I showed you how to build a Node server, and I connect the Swift app to it. What's your least favorite part about programming? UI, debugging, unit testing? Definitely user interface. Now with Swift UI, I love it, but I like writing code. And sometimes I just get real bored with UI because user interface is always the same. Shading, styling, this and that, it's always the same. Always, 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 always. I don't get to solve problems with UI. I like solving new and interesting problems. So yes, I would say user interface for me. When is the next casual coding? Yeah, casual coding is every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Every Wednesday from now on. Every Wednesday from now on. Yep. I'm about 3 years not taking it seriously because of high school, but so interested in programming over the tech industry. How to deal with procrastination. It's hard, man. It's real hard. You got to set a schedule and do it. That's why the DevSops Academy, that's why I created this, is because I know how hard procrastination is. And so the Academy forces you to just follow the steps. You don't have to think, you just follow the steps. But it's hard. Procrastination is real hard. Set aside time every single day. That helps. No matter what, at this time, I'm going to code. Don't make it casual. Set a time. Put it in your schedule. That'll help. Yep. Oh, what's the next casual coding going to be about? I don't know. They'll probably be like planned just like a day in advance or same day. Dope designs. You nailed my experience with learning to code. Yeah, Rick knows. Rick knows. Not knowing how to solve something feels awful sometimes. Yes, it does feel awful, but you have to accept that. What level of programming do I have to know to start using GitHub? I'm not sure what you mean. You should be using GitHub from day one. GitHub is not that hard to learn. GML, I don't know what that means. I'm watching from South Africa. Hey, what's up? I have to wait every week to watch it. Yeah. I think they're frustrated because they paid and end up checking resources for free to learn. Well, exactly. So, Aguino, that's exactly right. People, it's actually it's a wrong way of thinking. We have to help train people to think. I tell them this, like I tell everyone this on day one. They don't realize it, but when we get on our initial call before they enroll, like it's going to be hard. You're going to cry. You're going to be angry. You're going to be mad. I promise you. That's what's going to go through. They'll be like, oh, I'll be fine. And then they get mad and angry. But we teach people how to become problem solvers. Again, I train people the way I would train employees at my company if I wanted them to become successful engineers. I let them throw their fits, but then I set them straight, and then I help them. That's what we do at the DevSops Academy. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, for sure. What's next after one knows all about connecting to an API? Go get a job. Go get paid work. And then you'll figure it out from there. Watching from Ghana. Slow. Yeah, San Luis Obispo. Is there a Wednesday notification for the live stream? So, yeah, if you want to, I'll show you all here, and then I got to wrap this up here. You should all definitely attend the live streams. Let me share my screen here. Chrome tab, DevSlopes YouTube, share. Let me make sure it's actually sharing because it doesn't like to do that sometimes. Okay, so hey, it's me. I'm live. What you do is whenever I post a link. Let me show it here. I post a link every single time there's a live stream video. And so the last one I did was casual coding right here. And what you do, okay. Oh, I gotta stop it. Hold on, right here. It's share my screen. What you do is you go here to the casual coding. Oh, come on. Yes, share. All right. So all you have to do is scroll down to, oh, I don't see it on mine because I'm signed into my own account. This is so dumb. But anyway, right here, there's going to be a subscribe button with a bell. You click, or let me just click somebody else's channel. Let's click Code with Chris's channel. All right, so I'm already subscribed to him. So all you do is you go to subscribe, and you click the bell, and you click all, okay? Click subscribe, click all. And that'll notify you every single time the casual coding's happening. And it's the same time every single week, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, okay? 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you'll get notified that way, okay? So, yeah. The last video is best, yeah. Have you ever heard that you look like Jason Statham? Yeah, people tell me that a lot. They tell me that every day, actually. It's a megalodon. I'm gonna punch it with my bare fist. Yeah. Is your 30 days of JavaScript you mentioned earlier good for current DevSlopes students? I wouldn't want to distract you, Brandon, but I have actually added 30 days of algorithms and data structures in there. Now, I probably am going to move those into the academy, but it'll up your JavaScript skills like crazy. I've added a lot of data structures and algorithms. I'm excited to challenge people. You'll do fine, though. You're super smart. Where else do you live besides Instagram? Yeah. Austin, Texas, or YouTube as well. The learning curve is very steep when you first start. Yes. You have to learn to think differently. Yes. I have to go. See ya, Johan. When to use GraphQL APIs over REST APIs. It's your choice. How Instagram manages millions of lines of code. For example, they want to change code between millions of code. There's a lot of processes in between. At what point do you think in the academy is it time to apply for jobs? When you've mastered networking, API requests, things like that. Yep. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. This has been a great stream here. Remember, if you want to work with me one-on-one at the academy and you want me to beat you up and help you become a real programmer, like a real programmer, if you want me to talk to you like I talk to all of you right now, but to you personally one-on-one with personalized coaching and my teachers and instructors, just go to devslopes.com/apply. It's super affordable. We've got financing options, payment plans, incentives, all kinds of things to make it really easy to get in. devslopes.com/apply, and you could pay to have me yelling at you. Like, how cool is that? Guaranteed success. I will work with you one-on-one until you are a paid programmer. Paid programmer. I learned C#, HTML, JavaScript, and SQL in school. Do you think that's good? It's a great start. All right. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon. Join me at DevSlopes.